here with Opal Ocean, myself and Alex. Today we're going to do our little rig rundown. This is pretty exciting. So,
long time no see, mate.
Long time no see. Yeah. So, Alex, tell us a little bit about what guitar you use and a little bit about what's going on right here before we get into the...
Yeah, basically this is a multi-act Godin. I kind of modified it on the back, but don't look at it, I don't really use it at the moment.
So it was modified after when it was first gotten, and after touring through some bigger stages we realized that the current system is perfectly fine.
I think the guitar needed to open up as well.
It needed to open up.
I ended up, you know what I did? I ended up, you know those massage guns? I ended up going around the guitar and kind of loosening some of those.
Please,
don't do this at home.
Please don't do that at home. Don't use a massage gun ever on a guitar.
No, these are great guitars because they have individual pickups there for each different strings. And then inside, through this compartment, there is a little LR bags.
Yeah, LR bag microphone. So LR bags created this whole system fresh for Godin. So it's a combined blend. So there's a microphone blend right there.
Yeah, right there. And this one, you even have a certain a tape saturation. That's correct. And this is just the basic EQ and a volume.
So how does it make the sound if it's solid wood?
Well, look, it's actually hollow.
There you go. It's a chambered body.
Yeah, it's definitely a big chambered. What's really cool with it is that it's machined. So the back and sides are machined. It's a big piece of wood that's been just carved, and then they plonk the top of the guitar on it.
Beautiful woods as well. Really nice.
So
it's a little dirty after 2.5 months of touring Europe, but let's see. Now run us through your rig rundown. So right now you're wired, but I assume.
Yeah, I use wireless. I just did sound check and I ran out of batteries. But basically, we use the G70 system for the relays and the kind of the Line 6 systems. Yeah. So these have been pretty sturdy. The metal, I love them.
The metal, yeah. Look, the best thing about them is they are a hardenized, allanized metal.
And then yeah, obviously the helix.
Wait, hold on. So the guitar goes straight in the helix?
No. Okay, so the guitar goes into the wireless system. Yeah. No, this cable is not.
Yeah, we want to know your signal chain.
I always keep a cable attached to the relay.
Yeah.
Just in case the wireless, craps out through.
For whatever reason.
For whatever reason. So I've got two signal. I just have one where I have just the wireless set up. Yeah. And then if the cable is needed, I'll just press this guy and then the cable is active. And this one goes straight into the Octave OC5, the pass-through pedal.
Yeah, so this OC5, we were using the OC3 for quite a long time, but we just found that the OC5 tracks a little better. It's got a few modes and stuff, but we do like to keep it in the new poly mode, get a bit of a direct signal and blend it through. And yeah, that shouldn't be up at all.
That shouldn't be up at all.
But that's all right. We don't use that higher octave. We'll cut that out.
And we keep the range to a relative minimum, just so that only maybe up to the 12 frets on the E string.
And tell us. So you then go into the Mellotron, or is the Mellotron?
No, so that is then straight into the Line 6.
Yeah.
And then it goes into my chain.
All right. So tell us a little bit. Tell us a little bit about your chain and how your thought process goes when you create a patch.
I don't know if you're going to see much about what's going on here.
Not really, no.
But it's very simple. I have 4 tones. If you look at these guys here.
Maybe we'll take a screenshot for the
Yeah, we'll send you that. But basically, I have 4 sounds throughout the show. So I have my rhythm presets, which is the same as my lead presets, except I just have EQ block with a bit of a scoop, around a bit of a boost on the 1 dB boost on the 8K, and I have just a 500 hertz, a bit of a scoop, and I turn down the volume by at least 6 dB, so that Nadav, when he plays his lead, he has room to play over me. And then that block turns off when I go to my lead. So this is kind of a dry lead. The whole reverb on this one is turned off. And then for my lead with delay, it's just my little reverb turns on. And
use a transistor tape. Is there any?
Yeah.
What's the reasoning behind using the transistor tape as opposed to digital?
I kind of like the sound of the tape.
Yeah, the tape sounds better.
Yeah, it's a bit warmer and kind of it's got that slight. it's got that slight. Tape saturation and the way it wobbles, the notes don't stay the same.
Yeah,
one
for sure. I think it's a more natural sound for delay. It's
yeah.
kind of a little old school, which suits the acoustic.
And then I have the wah.
Yeah, so a big part of Opal Ocean, what we do is we use effects, and one of the most prominent effects is actually the wah-wah. So it's, kind of like Kirk Hamlet. Kirk
Hamlet?
Hammy strings.
And so the cool thing with the Helix is that with one snapshot I can turn on multiple blocks, and so when my wah turns on, I have several blocks that turn on EQ parameters, which allows me to tune the wah. And so that's really important, because if you ever plugged in an acoustic guitar into a wah pedal, you'll see that you'll have some frequencies which
Just
will jump
poke out,
more than the others.
This is a common problem my bandmate has.
So that's it. And so the way you medicate that is by having some EQ blocks that turn on while you have the wah on, and then you go through and you kind of tune up what needs to be up, what needs to be down. That's really handy. And then I have this really fun little white pedal.
Okay, so this is the EHX M9.
So
Definitely a
that's
favorite of ours for some very specific sounds. So it sounds like this.
For our choir sound. But it's got also a bunch of cool effects.
So what is it exactly doing? How
It's I don't actually know how it works really.
but how are you implementing it with the rest of your rig? Are you running it?
This goes through the FX loop.
Is this pre-delay and pre-wah and everything, or is this after?
Look,
Where's this sitting in
the order I have it is that I have EQ. I EQ my tone.
Yeah.
Then if I need to compress or anything that's happening there, then that goes into the wah.
Yep.
So the idea is getting the most signal to the wah, so the wah has more meat to scoop.
Okay. Yeah.
I do the EQs for the wah accordingly when the wah is on, and then that goes to delay.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. It sounds all very interesting.
And then actually one more key aspect.
Oh yes, one more key aspect
is this guy.
So that's our. This is
your stomp box.
Yep. So this is a trigger, a foot trigger, going direct into a Yamaha DTX, one of the older models.
Yeah, the 500, I believe.
Yep. That is the DTX 500. So what's really cool about this is it's very light. We travel very light with 2 suitcases, and having something so light just enables us to get from A to B without having to take a really big unit for our drum sound. Well, thank you very much, Alex. Maybe we'll swap roles now.
Yeah, sure. Hello, so we're back. I'm here backstage with the world-renowned guitarist Nadav Tabak from Opal Ocean. Hi Nadav, how are you feeling?
Yeah, look, I'm feeling pretty good. So we're here in Le Sable d'Olonne, which is west of France.
Yeah.
Right by the sea, which is beautiful. And we just finished sound check, which is super cool. Thanks.
Yeah, how's touring going?
Touring's going great, man. Touring's going really good. I'm excited to show you a little bit about my rig, which is as compact as you can get it.
Yeah, so tell me about your guitar.
So I too as well use the new Godin nylon string Multi-Act Deluxe.
Yeah.
What's cool about these guys is they have a blend of the LR bag system you mentioned earlier. Mine does have different woods as well as a gloss neck. Like to keep it nice and lubricated when I play, just so it can get up and down the strings. Not much to say. Look, it's not modified. It's clean.
I see. Yeah, you have modified the top, the front. You have taken out the phase knob.
Yes, actually. So we have taken out the phase knob. That was just something we noticed after getting the guitars. We were hitting it a little bit much, so that's something we're still working on. with Godin directly. So yeah, no, look, everything else is smooth as pickles.
Can you solve the mystery of what those picks are holding themselves by?
Yeah, look, so a really cool thing that we discovered years ago was swapping from rhythms to lead guitar is sometimes a little bit of a hassle. You drop your pick. We were busking a lot, and so we ended up putting a strip of Velcro on the back and then a strip of Velcro here. So when we go...
That's bloody genius, Nadav. That's wow.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Yeah. Okay, show me your pedal board.
Thanks, man. Don't speak.
Okay,
so
what's going on here?
Well, at the moment, I'm just plugged in, but I do as well use the Line 6 relay system. So we're currently using the TB516Gs. So good. And then we're going into straight into the G90 or 70. One of those. Look, I can't see it.
It's G70's just in.
Yeah, so I've got a pretty compact setup. It's very flat. It doesn't stick up. So I bought this piece of aluminum at a hardware store in France. And basically what I've done is I've used just cable ties to strap it so I can easily snap them and change the position. So I actually have two outputs out of my Line 6. One is going direct to the polytune and one's going to the octave. Now this is super important because we were realizing at the start of the tour that when I was tuning, the lower octave was coming through on some strings and it was warbling the sound, so I wasn't getting the best tuning. So by doing it this way, I always have the polytune on, and I'm always seeing, you know, what the sound is and what notes are coming through.
I believe you're a little bit sharp on this string.
Yeah, look, I'm a little flat at the moment, actually. And it's cool. In between songs, I can just do this. Polytune
so
tells me.
what's your thought on not peeling the screen? It is frustrating looking.
It is frustrating looking. I actually realized this just before as well. Yeah. I just want it to last as long as possible, but it's at the point I do want to peel it.
Fair enough. I mean, it's your board. You're the one having to look at this.
Yeah.
And what about this guy? What's this going on?
This guy, this is my little AMT foot controller. So this is controlling wah, but mainly it's also controlling my whammy. So I do use the Line 6 whammy in here. So I go out of the Line 6 into the octave direct, just like Alex, and then I go straight into the Line 6.
And can you show us some of the sounds you get out of this?
Yep, so I go for more of like a just straight, you know, rhythmy sound. You know? I make sure to scoop a bit for Alex on my rhythms, and then obviously my lead. I definitely have all the bits there. A few extra things I use a little bit of an extra twin harmonizer sometimes. And this patch is a little bit more of a wet patch in terms of reverb. But then I have basically 4 patches for the tour. Moist, dry, so this is my more dry patch, and instead of a big reverb, I just go for a straight delay. So I guess more of like a John Petrucci style, not as much reverb. I always have a flanger on my patch. I really like the grey flanger on the Line 6 stuff. And then for some fun sounds as well, a bubble vibrator. And then I'll show you the pitch shift. It's not doing it again. It's not right. So we're having some problems right now.
Can you show me the distortion what you do?
Yeah, and then there's one really cool patch for Seven Nation Army, and this will be the last sound I'll show you, but I use a Horizon drive in the box, no amplifiers, and what's really interesting about this is because the HX Effects doesn't have any amps, I just shove some reverb and I chuck on the drive. It's pretty gritty and it picks up a lot, but if I play it and I don't have the gate on. So it's very much a big sound. So guys, I mean, sorry, you're finishing this.
Now look guys, thank you for looking at this video. We are having fun in south of France, west of France.
Southwest.
Check out the music we make, and if you enjoy the sounds, and give us a thumbs up.
Yeah, thanks guys for watching our rig rundown. This is guitars, acoustics.
Guitars.
Yeah.